towards the end of the training, which I think it was 6 or 8 weeks of training, it was serious stuff. Joe and I were chosen and became the only 2 VISTA volunteers in the state of Alabama. Sent to Huntsville, Alabama, our sponsors were Catholic Charities. So we worked directly under a Catholic nun called Sister Paul Mary, another great person.
Just a quick question there. Huntsville seems like, with the black belt, say for example, as a comparison, seems like a very strange place to send the only 2 VISTA volunteers to the state. Did you have a sense for why Huntsville?
Huntsville was always a town, continues to be a town. Huntsville hustles for money. Huntsville was hustling for grants. Catholic Charities was part of Huntsville, and they wrote the grant application to Office of Economic Opportunity and asked for VISTA volunteers, and they got us. And there was nobody, say, in Wilcox County that was doing that.
Okay. Well, and you have to forgive me because I can't remember the name of the Catholic church on the north side, St. Joseph's, is that correct? Or were you connected to a Catholic church in town?
No, we were connected to Catholic Charities,
okay,
which is a separate charity. It wasn't like part of the parish. It was Catholic Charities is a national organization.
I see. So you weren't even connected to the diocese in Birmingham. You were connected to this national organization.
Yes, it still exists today.
Okay. Well, so I'm sorry for interrupting. Could you tell us a bit about what happened after you arrived in Huntsville?
It was just we were picked up by this lady who was a Catholic lady. Her husband was an engineer here with Boeing. These were the days of the Apollo getting ready to send a rocket to the moon. Spent the first night at their house. She talked to us. We talked all night, floating. And mentioned all the names of the John Cashins and all these different fantastic people that we would get to become friends with.
Well, okay. So, and introduce those of us, anyone listening. To who John Cashin was and who some of these people were. Well, actually, let me back that question up just a second, because what it sounds like is that I'll go ahead and say that these are people who were involved in the civil rights movement here in Huntsville. So
that's correct.
So it sounds like this Catholic Charities organization that you found yourself in was already plugged into that movement.
Absolutely right. A lot of the volunteers that work for there are also involved in the movement. Mm-hmm.